They were not given a fair trial. A lot of people don't understand what a fair trial is. A person who is guilty is entitled to a fair trial. A person who is innocent is entitled to a fair trial, he said.
Ladies and gents, welcome back to the My Dream Podcast channel. And I have a sticky topic for y'all today. Do you care if Vybz Kartel and his co-accused, co-appellants, co-convicts, do you care if they're innocent or not? Or is it that you're more concerned about the course of justice not being perverted? Whether Vybz Kartel and his co-convicts are innocent or guilty, they still have the right to a fair trial. But wait, ladies and gentlemen, we are not in the court. We are not in the courts. This is the public. This is social media. And we can speculate. We can actually draw our own conclusions. We're not bound by laws and regulations that we need to follow when it comes to speculating whether he's innocent or guilty based on what we heard in the trial, based on the evidence. We can come to our own conclusion. And the question I ask, do you care if he's innocent or guilty? Do you care if he's innocent or guilty? Or is it that you are more concerned if he got a fair trial or not? Share your views on this topic in the comments. I want to see comments after comments. I want to read everyone's comment because I am very interested in knowing what people are really thinking about when it comes to this topic. Feel free. I understand that you will be judged in the court of public opinion, whether you are for or against or you don't care. Once you leave your opinions, you're subject to be criticized by others. So you have to bear that in mind. So if you're a bit, finicky, if you're a bit soft and you don't want people attacking you, you might not want to share your views on social media because you open yourself up to responses and they might not be favorable. So be careful what you're typing. So if you don't want no one responding to you, you might not want to comment. Just saying.
So the first thing we're going to talk about is the attorney representing Sean Storm, one of the co-accused or the co-appellants in the Vybz Kartel case. You understand what I say? So Bert Samuels is now exposing the DPP, Paula Llewellyn, and basically the corruption in the Jamaica justice system, you see it. So let me actually get to this article. Only can tell me when I think, I see a lot of persons that say the DPP, she set up Vybz Kartel and them thing there. I am not going to say that's the case, but I see a whole heap of people that say that. Anyway, this is what the article is saying. Bert Samuels details when he expect ruling in Vybz Kartel appeal, believes DPP was wrong to encourage the judge to continue trial. After the two-day appeal seeking to overturn the murder convictions of Vybz Kartel, Kyra Jones, Andre St. John's and Sean Campbell, attorney at law Bert Samuels provided details about the concluded hearing. On February the 14th and 15th, the Privy Council heard arguments presented by both the prosecution and the appellant's defense team, which consisted of Samuels. Speaking about the hearing, Samuels reiterated the issues presented to the Privy Council. He noted the issues with the jury and explained that instead of dismissing a member of the jury for attempting to bribe another, the judge only issued a warning.
The $1,000,000 question. Hear me good, ladies and gentlemen. Me say the $1,000,000 question, the $1,000,000 question. Did the judge violate any laws or regulations by not dismissing that juror who attempted to bribe the other jurors to come back with a not guilty verdict? Remember good, that juror was actually trying to cause a mistrial on purpose by bribing or attempting to bribe the other jurors, knowing that if he's caught, this would lead to a mistrial. No, I must admit that individual is braver than brave. Me say the man threw himself on the grenade, people. The man threw himself on the grenade, like the man even care about himself. Him attempt to bribe the other juror them, and after the case was done, he was arrested and eventually he was convicted of this crime. I'm like, damn, I don't even know if he's still behind bars, if he's walking the road. I don't even know. But that man threw himself on the grenade. Why? He attempted to pervert the course of justice, and he was started by the Madam Foreman juror who brought it to the judge. The judge issued a warning, and told them to continue because he knew if he dismissed that juror, it would cause a automatic mistrial. So the judge decided to go forth. So I asked the question again. Did the judge violate any legal laws, any ethics, any constraints that he was bound to follow and he did not follow them? Did he violate any regulations at all? Food for thought. Drop a comment. Let me know.
He told the host on TVJ Smile Jamaica that, according to the law in 2015, a murder case could not proceed without a minimum of 11 jurors. However, the judge decided to proceed with the trial, saying he could not go below 11. Additionally, Samuels mentioned that Director of Public Prosecutions Paula Llewellyn wrongfully encouraged the judge to continue with the case despite the issue with the juror. You can't encourage a judge as an arm of the state. She is an arm of the state. She must also be concerned with the fair trials of Jamaican citizens.
Bird Samuels, are you sure about that? She's a harm of the law, you say. So what that means? So what does that actually mean? It's the prosecution. They believe they have a strong case. They're gonna win this case. Why wouldn't she push the judge to actually go forward when the juror was bribing for a not guilty verdict? If the juror was attempting to bribe to get a guilty verdict, then that would make sense in what you're saying, that she would think twice about actually going forward, because that could have painted a negative picture for the prosecution. Likewise, in this case, it painted a negative picture for Vybz Kartel and his co-convicts. You see? You see. Listen, me a no liar, but when Bird Samuels I say me nah buy that. He must say them thing here to people who don't really understand the legal system, and people that's a go hear it and kind of fan it off like nothing. But the man actually just attack out him ass, to be honest with you. That, you know, she did this and she did that and she encouraged him and blah blah blah. And it's like, really, bro? Really? That makes sense. So what she was supposed to do? Encourage him not to go forward? Really? So they could walk. Her department is in charge of prosecution. So she should push to get them off. Really and truly make that make sense. Because if they had that mistrial, most likely these guys would have walked. So my question is, why would she push for a mistrial so these guys could have walked? Me just a ask. Me just a ask.
Another issue raised in the appeal was that the jury was not given adequate time to deliberate. Samuel suggested that the jurors may have been pressured to reach a verdict.
Bullshit. I call bullshit. Big time bullshit. But hey, people can say whatever they want to say. If the jurors came back with a verdict and the judge sent them back to get another verdict, please explain to me, why did they need more time? Why is it a case they're talking about, well, the judge pressured them? Pressured them if they came back with a verdict quick. They went into deliberation, came back with a verdict, and the judge was like, okay, that can't stand because you don't have enough for the guilty. Yes, you have the majority, but you want to get it. You need to get it close to unanimous as possible. So you need at least a 10-1 or 11-0. So basically go back again and try again. That is what the judge instructed them to do. So I don't understand the argument that, oh, they didn't get enough time. They actually came back with a verdict before that. So obviously they had adequate time, more than enough time. I call bullshit.
Initial reports suggest that the Privy Council is expected to issue its ruling in the next few months. However, Samuel stated that he expects a longer time. According to Samuels, normally these cases take 2 to 3 months. However, he outlined that documents are lengthy, with some 9,000 pages for the Privy Council to go through, about 5 times the norm. Hence, he is expecting a ruling on the appeal around summer or late summer. Nonetheless,
I want to say shout out to Mix Up Time for this right here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm copying this video for Mix Up Time because I'm like, hey, man, I could quote him. I didn't actually watch the interview or read the article. I'm getting it from him. And I love to I love to quote my sources. I love to quote my sources. I have no problem giving credit where credit is due. So mix up time, big up yourself. I'm gonna drop the link so people can actually go and watch this video likewise. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but hey, guess what, people? It might come quick, it might take a long time. Who knows? We're waiting on that verdict from the Privy Council. So 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, who knows? Bert is saying it could take up to 4 months. Summertime is looking for a verdict. I don't know. I don't have any expectations. I'm just like, hey, it is what it is at the end of the day.
Samuels listed the potential outcome of the hearing, saying the court can say, oh, the evidence is so overwhelming, even with another jury, they would have been found guilty and we lose. He continued, they can say, oh, we find that, something went wrong, but the provisor is that, we can still have the conviction stand. He added, and then go on to the third situation where, oh, yes, it went wrong, but we want to give the Jamaican Court of Appeal, we're going to send it back to the Jamaican Court of Appeal to determine whether it will be a retrial or they will walk, they'll be free.
Funny enough, one of the options is that the Privy Council can actually rule and keep the verdict, saying that, well, there was sufficient evidence enough to actually find them guilty, even though that attempted bribe took place and that juror was not dismissed. Interesting. Interesting. So if that is an option for the Privy Council, so why people don't think that was an option for the jury and the judge and the DPP? Think about it, people. Just think, no? Using the brain, no? If it's an option to keep the verdict because there was sufficient evidence, it's so overwhelming. Maybe, just maybe, the jurors saw evidence that was overwhelming, like an eyewitness. Maybe the judge also saw to believe that these guys were actually guilty. Therefore, they did not dismiss that juror. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Anybody using their brains here? Hey, I'm just saying.
Furthermore, Samuels expressed that if the appellants are freed, they could sue the state for malicious prosecution. Samuels also explained that he does not want a retrial for multiple reasons. One reason is that the appellants have been in prison for 13 years, and another reason is that a retrial will be costly. Also, he pointed out that since most of the details of the case and the evidence have been exposed to the public, it would be difficult to get new jurors who would not have been influenced by public discussions.
Many people are speculating that if Vybz Kartel and his co-convicts walk free, they will then sue the state, sue Jamaica, sue the justice system, sue every goddamn thing for malicious prosecution. Malicious prosecution. I'm like, hey, that is an option. That is an option. But here's the thing. Maybe, just maybe, people might want to use their brains to think, if there is a mistrial on the table, the possibility for a retrial, they might not want to go down that road because, hey, they might actually take them up on that retrial. And it won't bode well for Vybz Kartel and his co-convicts, because at the end of the day, public perception, it is all dog shit at this moment. Trust me. Almost everybody's like, yeah, it look like they might just be guilty for real. And the actual prosecution dropped the ball. The police, the investigators, they dropped the ball. And these guys might walk on a technicality. So if they are to have a retrial, people would have that in mind. Like, yeah, them did walk on. Yeah, man. Technicality and yeah, all of that. So yeah, I go make them go back. Like that kind of situation. But who knows if they will actually, but who knows? The Privy Council can actually throw the conviction with prejudice to ensure that they actually don't have a possibility for a retrial. That is also an option. So long story short, people, I'm asking the question once more. Do you care if they're actually innocent or guilty? Do you say to yourself, hey man, let them go. It doesn't matter, man. Y'all dropped the ball. Y'all messed up. Let them go. We don't even care if they're guilty or innocent. Let them go. Let them go. Are you off that mindset? Or maybe you're thinking, yo, guess what, man? They're guilty anyway, so screw it, man. Even if their rights were violated, who cares, man? Guilty, man. Serve your time. Who cares? Or maybe you're just like, I don't care either way. Who cares? Who cares? Fuck it. Or maybe you're saying they're innocent. They're actually innocent and they were wrongfully convicted, and the system needs to let them go, and the system needs to pay them reparation for the malicious prosecution that they faced, that injustice. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just asking. Please, please, pretty please, share your views in the comment area. It's My Dream Podcast channel. I'm your host, CV, and I'm out.